Hello and welcome back to Small Bites. Thank you so much for coming back each week, for listening, for learning, and for doing the sometimes weighty work that goes along with creating more equitable classroom and campus spaces. This week, I am going to talk about gratitude and the word Weltschmerz. But before I do, don't forget, next week will be pre-recorded, and the week after, yay! It's the official launch date of my book drop. Be looking at social media in case you'd like to join me over Zoom. And if you live locally, hit me up. You can drop by and all that good stuff. I would also like to say, make sure that you listen to Small Bites Lanyap on Monday mornings in time for drive time at 5 a.m., as well as like, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. Hey, friends! I love it when my friends pop in and like the ones I've actually hugged, especially. Hey, Jamie. So here's the deal. Gratitude is the anecdote to Weltschmerz. Weltschmerz is a German word, Weltschmerz, Weltschmerz. It's a word that means, I guess the closest thing in English is the weight of the world is on my shoulders. That feeling when everything is heavy. You know, the last 2 years or so, 18 months, 2 years almost, has been difficult. We have, the pandemic and the losses and the trauma caused by kids learning at home and teachers having to completely revamp what they actually do for a living, and parents who weren't able to go to work, and economic loss and skyrocketing inflation. All of those things make the heart heavy. And in my tweet and promo for this episode, I talked a little bit about the fall that my husband died. It was the hardest, emotionally, the hardest time that I ever remember experiencing. You know, I can smile through anything. Let's talk about racism. I've got a smile on my face. I smile. I'm a sanguine personality, but I was so sad and so heavy. And I remember after about a year and a half of crying every day, I remember calling my mom and I said, Mama, how long is this going to last? She said, baby, don't waste your energy trying to put a time limit on your grief. It's over when it's over. Waste your energy, use your energy just to heal. And that's what gratitude does. So then I began to keep a gratitude journal. I would simply intentionally write down every day 10 things that I was grateful for. You know, sometimes it's the little things. Today was beautiful and sunny and breezy. A couple of days ago, I walked out of my house and the golden leaves were falling in the sunbeam. Little things like that, paying attention and looking for them. Um, Sometimes when we look for the helpers are not being very helpful. When we have people who are supposed to be modeling good behavior for our kids putting out tweets that incite violence, or cartoon videos saying I'm going to kill a colleague, those kinds of things, they make my heart heavy. And so gratitude is the antidote to heavy-heartedness, to Weltschmerz. So I reposted my November of last year's episode or blog from Small Bites. It's the one that talks about our origin story, talks about the Wampanoag and Powhatan, and although we know the side of the story from the Pilgrims, we very rarely look at what else was happening. For example, there were already people here. And what was their life like? Did you know that Pocahontas was based on Chief Powhatan's daughter's real life story, loosely based? And so, maybe you want to watch Pocahontas with your kids this coming week and then talk about who she was. Her English name ended up being Rebecca, and she did get married. And well, I don't want to, spoiler alert, I don't want to spoil it, but do that and then talk about what else might have been happening when the colonizers moved here to America, or the immigrants came from Britain. Now, having said that, I want to get back to gratitude. I just have a challenge, a little challenge. I hope you are going to be off for most of the next week if you're an educator. And if you are not, I hope you're at least going to have some time to spend just with family and friends or just spend alone, just decompressing. And all I'd like you to do is write down one thing a day that you're really grateful for. Today, I am exceptionally grateful for hearing my son practice on his upright for about an hour. He's working on a special etude for an audition, and I could just hear the wonderful blah 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 in G minor as he played it, and it warmed my heart. He said in fourth grade, "Mama, I want to play bass," and here he is, a graduating senior, still playing and playing wonderfully. So that's one thing I'm thankful about. I'm thankful that I found a really great guy to do some necessary updates here on my home. And Mr. Beeler, thank you very much. And there's just so many things when I think about it. I'm thankful that I was able to actually get more lighting than a ring light for SmallBites for you guys who keep coming back. And of course, I am grateful to all of you for listening, for sharing SmallBites, for reading the resources and using those in your classrooms to create more equitable spaces. The next time I see you, it will be after the holiday. I wish you a wonderful, happy holiday, whatever you are celebrating. If you are celebrating the day of mourning, I hope that you can also find peace and something to be thankful for on your day of mourning as well. All right. Thank you very much. Again, this has been SmallBites. I will see you guys Friday, pre-recorded, and then 2 weeks from now, live on Zoom for the book drop, Finding Your Blind Spots, 8 guiding principles to overcoming implicit bias in your classroom. See you there. Love you. Bye, Jamie. Bye, everybody.